Hello, hello. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Hopefully everything works since well, why is my Hitman not starting? Hopefully everything works because I just updated my OBS in the first time in like a year or so. I don't know. So hopefully everything keeps working. And happy Saturday, Abe. Welcome, welcome. So today, no James Bond. We're gonna take a look at the new featured contracts that are out since yesterday. So, yeah. Congrats on the 600 followers. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's been a while since it's been a grind, but yeah, it finally broke it. So, next up, 1000. Well, one can hope. Okay, so right up, I can see it's not capturing because it's. Let's see. Where is it? Where is my game capture? Man, I need to. There we go. Now it should instantly appear. Like now, please. Thank you. Okay. Hopefully the audio isn't too loud. I did buy the DLCs, and I have updated the random suits selector website, so the all the new suits are in there. I have another little thing in the works for the site, but yeah, that's not live yet. But for now, let's look into the contract section. Featured. Let's see what is new. This is stirred not shaken. So we have the James Bond theme. And as usual, I like to start at the back. Let's see, let's start over here. For his eyes only. So that's a take on For Your Eyes Only. Let's see. This one is rather ironic. One gets a knife thrown in his back, the other gets garroted from behind. Why? One would assume they'd never see you at all. It's connected on. Oh, this was created by Yep, it's purple. Okay. Folding knife. Okay. Folding knife. That is in melee. Let's see. Burial dagger. Concealable knife. Do I have a folding knife? Kukri. Ancestral. Did I just pass it or what? Or is there a folding knife on the map? Concealable knife. Blunt knife. It's new. Okay. How is that a folding knife? Okay. A fiber wire at least. Melee. Fiberwire. So the folding knife is something I don't have. Let's take a look. I don't know if it's an unlock, I can't remember. Jade Dagger, Jambia, Kukri, Sacrificial, Tanto, Ancestral, Black Element, Cat's Claw. So yeah, I don't have that, so let's take some coins then. It's always good. And then we'll have to find the folding knife. So let's see. This is on the author. Okay. Let's consult hit maps. Sapienza. So that is Hitman 1, right? Let me see. Sapienza. The author. And then search for knife. Folding knife. Okay. Where is that located? Huh? That's the church. Oh, that is the... So some dude on this thing has that. Okay. Interesting. Let me see. Tools. What makes him go to sleep? Is that the... this one? Sedative gas, yeah. Okay. So this is just figuring out how to get the folding knife. So hopefully the person I need is staying put. Okay, let's pick up my thing first. I'll use the brick. Where is my pickup in the sewers? Oh wait, it's in the... no, not here. It's over here. I think it's... Let's go. I think my... No, it ain't. Oh? Oh, it's over here then. Yeah. Okay. And where does this lead again? Over here, okay. I could take a tranquilizer. Is he the one that has the folding knife? Here's the fiber wire. So maybe I don't need the...
Wonder what that was.
Very quiet around here. Yoink. He doesn't have a folding knife. Then who has the folding knife? The user? Is he the one with the folding knife, or is he the one with the folding knife?
Oh. Huh?
He's the one with the folding knife. Okay.
What?
All the way over there. Yeah, I think I can take a trank gun. That will make it a lot faster. Where are you? You're up there. So hopefully the body behind the car won't be discovered.
Just need, sir, this is off limits. That'll do.
Oh, fuck.
Good. Just keep going.
You're going to give away Wizard DLC today? I don't think I have a Wizard DLC just yet. Because this is the first time since I have that. I can't see what's going on though. Give me a second. Where is my dashboard for that? Over here. New campaign. Two hours duration on one stream. Reward one champion spec. Milestone. Yeah, I don't think I have. Well, I don't have one unlocked just yet, so we'll have to be patient. Because yeah, I'm not that big of a streamer just yet, so we'll have to keep trying. Okay. So maybe I could have taken. Oh, can I get? I can't get in here. It's a bit of a bummer. Let's see, what can we do here?
Really?
Yes, really. Let's see. Okay.
Somebody out there?
Point. Give me your clothes. Okay. Ah, it's still locked. Close that. But now I should be able to get into the front, right? And I need a lockpick. So maybe I can smuggle a lockpick instead of the
Please, give my best to Father Francesco.
We take into the immaterial world of the beyond, seeking out any sign of the shadow. This is dangerous. We were right in the heart of the dark.
Let's see who comes.
Constantine.
Somebody out there?
Without support.
Yep.
His
Ah,
ghostly
she's
form
coming here.
close at hand. His eyes, at once pale.
It's
yet
off,
vibrant,
lady.
promised
No.
that he would
Go
remain
away.
As I journeyed into the immaterial, no
Go
matter the
away.
risk to himself.
Hey, what's your game?
We both knew that
Go.
while I could return,
Thank
there
you.
would be nothing I could do to protect him from the Dark Watches. If they found us. And found us, they had.
Yes.
We realized it as the shadowy world of the immaterial turned to cobwebs and whispers around us. This was it. He had gone too far. Constantine pushed in front of me to distract
Okay.
my dead eyes from my living aura.
That went well.
Cried out for him not,
Wait, what?
but he was too brave to hear me.
Oh, there's coins in here.
Would not.
Oh, body found.
Oh my god, is that what I think it is?
Who found the body? How? Oh, he came in from there.
Hey, are you sleeping? Oh, please don't be dead.
Everyone,
Oh,
Crap.
shit.
quiet.
Hey, we need some help here. Please get some help.
Oh, and there's a
We need your help.
church key
Relax,
here.
relax. Take a deep breath and tell me what happened. Hey, there's a body over there. I just came.
There's a body over here. There's a body over there. Okay, let's replan this. So what if we don't take this? Just trank. And Yeah, I need to go there to get the folding knife first, and I cannot start anywhere else, so... Sorry, I was the guy you wrenched me so hard to get me thrown into chat. Hello! Well, hello, the editor. Welcome. Happy Saturday. So, maybe I don't need... Well... Do I need coins? Maybe just take a lockpick with me. I don't need this. I can pick up shit on the way to lure the dude. Right. Are there coins on the street somewhere? But the Jingles is not here. Got that. Just boosting these guys is shit. Okay, going up and over is probably faster.
What the? Oh God, help, please!
Whoa! If you meant to hit the head, mission accomplished, dick.
Okay, so they don't want me to do that. Unlock the door.
Hey, drop the item in your hands, sir. Okay, stand still.
Yeah, this just gets here, so that doesn't work.
Gunfire. Stay alert. Where is he?
What if I go here? There are not coins in the underground bathroom up near the gelateria.
Got nothing
Maybe.
on the stairs. We lost him.
Somebody's on a damn killing spree.
What the hell is going on? Man, anybody there? Come in.
Okay, so this doesn't help me either to get up here quickly. Okay, I guess we'll just go around then. Was hoping to get up and over, but apparently this isn't your place anymore. I don't really need coins specifically, I just need stuff to lure them, so... I can just pick up anything.
Oh, hi.
Hi. And surprisingly little in the form of okay. But now I have to deal with him.
No. Man. Hey, no, whoa. Hey, just line up.
Oh, they are there, okay.
I got eyes on him right there.
Crap. Okay, so I do need to lure him. Let's go. I picked up some more stuff first time. Oh, there, this, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What the fuck? Surprisingly little here. Oh, maybe there's coins in that back alley where the moped is. So I think it's over here. The guy is sleeping, right? He's normally here. Normally there's a coin here. But not now. They really clean out the streets. Okay. Send me a Twitch whisper, please take. Okay. Give me a second. Oh, this dude. Okay.
Whoa. Hello? Don't even know why. I don't even care. Just going through the motions here. A puppet. Is what I am. What?
And now I can just carry this.
Anybody there? Command, this is Big Dog. You copy? We got
I think we should be safe. Okay.
Hey, wake up! Anybody in there?
Anybody in there?
It's all over.
Okay, now let's get to the church, and in this outfit I should be able to get in, unless they know me. Let's see. Oh fuck, he doesn't like me. Okay, what do I have to throw? Nothing? Isn't there like a coin usually over here? Nothing, okay. Okay. We'll solve it another way.
Huh?
Command, possible disturbance in my position.
Okay, cool. Coin. Oh, there's somebody here.
Let's see what the hell that was. I hear you.
Okay, they're fucking off. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now it's a question of finding the magic spot.
Do me a favor and see what that's about, would you? You got it.
Oh, now he's fucking off. Okay. Cool. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Oh.
What's that?
Uh-huh. Oh, wait, he needs to be fiber wire, right?
Done?
Oh, he's... Oh, the other one needed to be fiber wire.
No.
Can somebody help me, please?
Crap! I forgot the other one was fiber wire. I thought he was a folding knife too. Okay. So I need to go there. And I need to be in a suit. Oh, I can't change suits. Crap. Okay, okay. That's on me for not reading the briefing right. Suit, suit. Instead of this one. No, I already have this. So I can snuggle into the back. Yeah. Hey Phoenix, welcome. All right, let's see. Ebbe, what are you trying to tell me? Okay, thank you, Abe, for that message. Let's see. No, no coins anywhere. That's annoying. Okay, let's. Get this. This. Because I can use this thing to get into the church later. Put it between those two jokers and they'll go to sleep. And when they're being dealt with, I can... Or maybe I need a seeker or something.
Gotta be kidding me. Heard that. Not like I haven't been here before.
What?
Okay. He's being taken care of. That's good. Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Been a while since I've been on this map. I like the evening look, late night course. It's very good.
ITs only. Do you have yours? Sir, this is a restricted area. Good. That's the way out.
Hey, are you all right?
Okay. Okay, so now how do I get these guys to move? I'm trespassing here. Oh, okay. I see, I see.
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, what's up?
Hi. There's a coin right here. People up there. Can they start, please?
Huh? Hey, slow down, my friend. Please, just go away.
This lady needs to fuck off. Maybe I can get him here like this.
What the hell was that?
This keeps happening again and again.
No, piss off, dude. God damn it.
The hell?
Go away! Oh, did I didn't fiber wire him. What? An idiot. Why didn't you guys tell me? Okay, so let me think about this. instead of doing this, I want to get that dude out of there. So instead of... Oh, wait. In stash. The fuck is this? Oh my god. What the I'm offline, what? Okay. Okay. Smuggle item. I'm just gonna put it here. Okay, gonna try reboot the game because I don't know what the hell is going on. Don't tell me they have server problems. Just I have one evening off that I can stream. Come on, boot the game, please. Okay. Contracts. Featured. Smuggle item. So if I choose that stash, I go offline. What the hell is this? What if I choose the other one? That's okay. Okay then. I guess I'll use the sewer thing then for now. What the fuck? What the hell was I gonna do there? Oh yeah, I was gonna put the seeker there. Seeker. Okay. Okay, some doesn't really matter if I go into the sewers now or later because I need it anyway, so coin in the church. Coins in the church which I cannot access right now. Frank.
Paramedics are on their way.
Come on, man.
See the briefcase? That stands.
Huh.
I did it again! You idiot! Oh my god.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
He is fiber wire. Get that through your head, man. I'm so dumb. I don't know why I keep fucking that up. It's because I get the I get the knife first and then it fucks me up. There's no coins in there.
Hey, how are you?
Hey. Secret. Agent man.
Oh no,
Secret.
this can't be happening.
I used the wrong gun. God damn it. Oh my god. Pay attention. Okay, I'm not gonna take it out of the briefcase. I don't want to mess it up again. Man, for such a simple contract, I'm really messing up a lot, ain't I? Okay, grab the briefcase.
How are you, sir?
Annoyed. That's how I am. Annoyed at myself mostly. Not the contract, it's me. I'm making dumb mistakes. Alright. Okay. Trank.
Hang in there. Really? Whoever's throwing stuff around like some crazy monkey, stop it now, okay?
I mean, I didn't mean that you're a crazy monkey, but just stop it. What?
Fiber wire. Okay, that's fixed. He's awake. Nice. So I can go in the back door now because I have the lockpick. I don't have to deal with these jokers. Well, let's go this way. And once I'm in, I just gotta make sure I'm not spotted by the clerk. The, what do you call it? The dude that's there. Him. You don't see anything, dude. Okay.
You take my breath away. Love, critic.
missed the first one. Wonder where it went.
Oh,
Somewhere around here.
man.
Okay, where are you going? Really? Oh, I was gonna say, are you gonna puke in the gift box? That would be bad for him, dude. And he's thrown folding knife. Okay. Oh, he's gonna puke here. Please don't go puke here. Go to the toilet, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, and there's somebody in there. Oh, fuck me. Is he going to go in the other one?
Huh?
No, he's going in here.
Fuck. Whoa. Oh, man, we've all been there.
Hey! I need help!
Nobody heard that, right? Let's put him in the box. Otherwise, I'll know what happens. I'll go out there, he'll see the body, and I'm busted it. Okay. Let's get to the exit. That's the best I can do for now. Since I'm not allowed to, for some reason, use the confessional box as a smuggling point, because then my game goes offline. That's so weird. There we go.
Duh. Winning.
All right. Nice. Number 4 in the globals. I'll take it. Friends? Oh, I'm the only one. Global. 141. Holy shit. So these two have a strat. I don't know how, but they have a strat. Do they have... Is the folding knife an unlockable? I want to know. Hitman, folding knife. Folding knife. Acquisition multiple found in several missions. Okay, so it's not an unlockable. So how in the world are they doing it that fast? Oh well. Doesn't really matter. I'll take this. Hey, Canadianator. Welcome. What was my time? Oh, I should have gone 1 second faster. Oh well. It is what it is. Is there any way to get through to the other side of the buildings faster, I wonder? Because the mansion is closed. Can't go in there. Going up that doesn't really help. I'm losing time by going through the then again I need I don't know. Contracts. Let's see. Featured. Next one up is Fly Me to the Moonraker. Okay. I heard Gabriele Monacchi is obsessed with the conquest of space. I don't believe it. Rocket fuel engaged. Let him fly amongst the stars. Chain reaction sequence spotted. Now sending space lover to the moon. Now I can believe it. Ashley. If you started leading Mr. Yellow Shirt before tranking the guard and Knife Shirt. Mr. Yellow Shirt? Oh, you mean if you make him puke before you go to get the knife? Maybe. But I'm afraid that by the time I get get done that he is already done puking, or maybe double puke him, double shoot him with the trank. Could be. Because I'm losing time going in and out of the sewer, and I need some knockout thing to get the folding knife. I don't know. I'm not gonna think about that right now. Where are we? Where is Sapienza again? Okay. Is this the same guy? Oh wait, this was huh? Oh. What the? Franco and Imperio. Oh, this is the yellow suit guy. So that's the fiber wire guy. Oh yeah, you could lead the that's what you mean. You could lead the this one over to the back of the car and then get the knife, dude. And by the time he's over by the car, you have the knife. You go over there. Yeah, I see what you mean. But yeah, that would save time, but not like 3 minutes. Okay, I thought I had the same two dudes, but that's on me. Okay, but these are different. Leonardo Camerani. You gotta be in a suit for these dudes, but anything for these dudes. So I think he used to be one of the fishermen, but let's see. What are we gonna do with these guys? Let's take that Krugi. Okay. Any method. Oh, he needs to be an explosive device, so I need to take a boom boom with me. A boom boom. Explosives. Let's take the boom boom. So I can't use a scooter or something to blow him up because that's not an explosive device. The problem with that is I need to get him somewhere out of sight and blow him up and put him in a box or something to prevent him from being found. But yeah, let's go in, see who is who is where, and make a plan from there. Reginaldo. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Maybe I need a better gun. Okay, I need to go up there. Oh, you're on the beach and you're over there and you're sleeping. Wait, what? Killed one? Okay, let's go see about this dude. Hello. Oh, he doesn't hear me. Oh, you need to be an explosive device.
Okay, what's it? Surrender the item in your hand.
Hey! Someone please help me!
Okay. Can I I can get him right here. Nobody comes here. I can put him in this box. Okay. Okay. Camerini. Italian surnames chosen in games always fascinate me. Camerini literally translates changing rooms. The more you know. Okay. Oh. Replan mission. Okay. Let's take something with a bit more accuracy. Silver baller. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing? He disabled it before I could get it to him. Okay. Then we'll do it like this. Here, have a nice pillow, will you? Boom. There we go. Okay, who's next? Do it up there. Okay.
What's up?
Hey, what's up? Hi, 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 hi. Oh.
Who are you, man? Do I know you? Oh, yeah.
Fuck. Okay, so... How can I get you down here?
Christ almighty. Command, if there's a loose cannon out there, he's about to go off.
Okay. Restart mission. I think I can get them to come to me. But I need to go up there anyway, so... Okay. Oi. Pick that up.
Checking in. Heard suspicious sound. Check the vicinity. Over.
Okay. Why isn't he coming down? Oh, there he goes. Hey, there's somebody goofing around down here. You found 8 bullet-ridden corpses. Must have been the wind.
Hey.
Ah, fuck, he saw me. It was very fortunate that he was on the balcony. Fuck. Because he was alone. I could have shot him right there. I just noticed too late. Got him. Okay. Get the thing over here. Yo, you. Get over there. Good.
Man, just heard a strange noise. I'm gonna check it out. Please stand by.
Okay. Give you a nice pillow. There you go. Let's see him go on the Ah, he saw me. It was just a tad too late.
We lost signal on the target.
Who's the other one then?
He disappeared into thin air. Stay on your toes. Command, somebody's on a damn killing spree. It's a white guy. Big, tall, bald.
Okay, who's the other dude here? Because is it worth the risk shooting that up, or could I just go up here?
You ain't helping yourself.
See, in this outfit I can go up there, so I can just take his outfit, climb up here, since I'm allowed. Well, almost allowed.
Me. You can't come wandering around in here.
Just playing sniper challenge. Thank God you're here! And since I'm then up here anyway, I can get these guys here. Or let's go in here.
This used to be a nice neighborhood.
Hey, mister, who are you?
You shut the hell up. Okay, so then I can come up here and get, because the dude that is doing stuff is over here. See, that's the dude. Ding dong. Okay. So I'm not gonna bother with those two, that dude up there. I wonder if I can make him go outside. Probably not, because the door is closed. Arresting. Who's oh, you. My God. Fuck. How the hell did he see me though? Okay. Oh, fuck you, man. Gotta, yeah, so I gotta be behind the second pillar. But I just can't turn around, shoot the balcony on the other side. I've gotta be here, so that dude doesn't see me. Got him. Okay, so maybe from the top of the stairs? Probably not. Pick that up, will ya? Got specific angles, man. Specific angles. Yo, can you come here, please? Okay.
Command, I think I heard something. Moving in to investigate. Over.
Yeah, I thought so.
Hey there.
Get you a little bit out of the way. Okay. Very nice. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. Hello, hello. So I can't go up there through this. Oh, he's gonna see that.
Hey, wait a minute. Now what's going? Sorry, I don't think I know you, mister.
Why are you looking this way? Bastard. Okay. Let's figure out a way to get this dude to come down here. But I hear the gunshot.
Copying. There's a...
Okay, so I gotta have something to throw. That shouldn't be a problem. There's trash around everywhere. You didn't see a thing.
Command, someone goofing around, freaking people out.
Freaking people out. Yeah. Whatever, man.
Don't let this get to you.
Calm and smile, calm and smile. What if I take your outfit? Oh, I gotta be in the suit for this dude. Okay. What's your this outfit then? May not be an idea, but you lure the explosives guy off with the can, then throw the bomb at his head instead of setting him down each time. Yeah, I threw the bomb at his head, but yeah, I have to have him over here. Oh crap, I need something to throw. Can I pick this up? No. Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Oh, but now I have this dude to worry about. Okay. You can come over here, please.
What the hell was that?
Nothing. You didn't see a thing. Okay. So, depending on who comes down...
Make sure. What?
Hopefully he comes down.
Command.
He does.
I heard something. Checking it out.
Okay, so what is he? Anything. Okay, good. Up it up it up it up it up dip 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 dip. Pick up scissors, okay.
Slightly annoyed, we'll admit to that.
Okay, he's okay with that. Oh, I should be able to get... Oh, I can't. Okay.
What?
What's that?
Oh god, she's sitting there. Good. Okay, nice. Up. Okay, let's get out of here. Hey, we're out. Why is he running? Oh, he's about to commit suicide. Sorry, dude. I have to leave before that. Oh, we can get 2 for 1. Flower shirt dude and the. Oh, they. I got them both. Hey, Panda, welcome. Climb down. I'm not gonna climb down. And I am calm. All right, nice. 340. Okay, let's see the speedrunner do this in 48 seconds. What? How do you get... maybe snipe him, but how the hell do you do the not even gonna think about it. So, does any one of you have a featured contract? Because I'll play that first. If not, then I'll just go to Mendoza. Who's this? Ashley again. A recording between megalomaniac Augusto Alvarez and compromised agent Felix Albert was found washed up upon shore. The Augusto Alvarez plan on making land as so uninhabitable making land so uninhabitable that everyone will have to adapt to all new water city. Oh, that is the dude that had the thing in the middle of the ocean. Do you always stand close to edges and cliffs when you explode your monologue? Well, if I'm not ready to dive in at any moment, who will? Fair enough, let's go swimming, Alvarez. Okay. Confirm. Full accident, so... Why? See, this is full accidents, but he's showing a pistol here, so that's misleading. Any disguise. So I'm guessing they're over here. Let's go explore and see where they are and go from there. Okay, let's see. Ooh, they're right next to me. Ooh, okay. He's got a fall. He's got a fall. Interesting. Okay. Can't you open this thing? Over there. But I think... probably not feasible because they are... well, they are looking. Maybe they can see it. Replan mission. Okay. Let's, instead of this, take some coins. Distractions. Coin. Okay.
World a favor by bumping off Rico Delgado and his fixer, Andrea Martinez.
Okay. So these guys aren't real. So these, they were... Oh, we might just get away with this.
Okay.
Okay, you stay here.
Got it.
Because they aren't real, and the only one that's real over there, they are looking the other way.
Hey!
Who noticed that? Who saw that? Oh, that dude, huh? Okay. You saw that. Hey, it's Ryu.
Hey, be careful, will you?
Open this. Okay, so he saw that, so maybe over here.
Huh? Okay.
Don't worry about it. I'm a professional, okay?
I am a professional, okay? I need to get rid of that dude, but yeah.
What? Oh, cool.
Whoa!
Ah, who saw that? I was only spotted in the last second when he went down. Man, is this a timing thing? Let's go look at the other one. Because if I make him sick, maybe he'll go to the other edge. That could be a thing.
Doing the world a favor by bumping off Rico
Let's look at this dude. Yeah, it can be a coincidence that this is open, but yeah, let's.
Hey, dude, I'm talking to you. Check out what it was. That's affirmative.
Ah, he's.
Nothing. Probably, I got nothing.
Who is real here? He is real. He is real. Those two are real. He's looking this way.
Wow. What was that? Go over there and see what that was.
Sí, entendido. Okay. Okay.
Sí, perfecto.
Shit! Ah!
Man, I get spotted at the last second every time.
You gotta be kidding. What's going on here? Come on, tell me. Man, anybody there? Come in. Looks like we got trouble on our hands. I don't know what it is.
This is tough.
I'll handle it. Clean it up right now.
Huh?
There you go.
So what can I lure him here? Then maybe? Probably. I don't know if I can cause a distraction somewhere when I shoot him or when I push him.
I tell you, whoever thought they were doing the world a favor by bumping off Rico Delgado and his fixer, Andrea Munt.
Okay. Because if I do it here, then that dude will see. Okay. Come over here, please.
What? That was weird. You, take a look.
Well, sure.
By the way, the news, so in case you might be interested. Okay. Yeah, I am now doing the featured contracts first.
What was that? Hello? Someone there? Hello? Really? Really? Let's not take any chances. You, go check it out.
Well, claro.
Annoying. Okay. Annoying. Let's okay. I don't want to resort to this, but okay. Ah, da, 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 da.
I tell you, whoever
All right.
thought they were doing the world a favor by bumping off Rico Delgado and his fixer, Andrea Martinez.
Let's see
needs a
where
crash
you
course
go.
in history.
I think one last drug.
Rico Delgado. Oh shit!
Horrible.
And let's see where you
Stabilizing
go.
factor for the whole region. Now the cartel is
Uh-oh. What's coming?
What are we doing here,
Okay, so this is good.
It's a nice gesture, but a bit too
Where the hell is he gonna puke? Over the edge here? No, that's not good. He's real. I instantly got noticed there. So, okay, so what if I make sure these... Okay. I can make sure that spot is taken by taking... tools. No, melee. I'm gonna take the durian. So that other one that goes to the edge, that's good. I can get away with that. And then the other one, I'm gonna make sure the...
world a favor by bumping off Rico Delgado and his fixer,
that
Andrea
place is
Martinez.
taken.
Oh, okay. Oh, this isn't good. No, I don't think this is good at all.
Okay. Take the durian out.
Stabilizing factor for the whole region. Excuse me?
I'm saying.
So what if I say you are sick, sir? Okay.
Lick, lick, lick my balls!
Hey, Shardy.
Ah, yeah! Say that all the time.
Okay, he's getting sick. Good. Now you get sick. Oh. Gotta go back to the other dude. Push him over the edge. The speedrunners probably do this in like 48 seconds because they have figured out how to push them over these things over here. Okay, where are you going? Are you coming to puke over there too? Interesting.
not need these right now.
Oh dear. That does not look good.
No, that does not look good. Okay, so they don't need to finish their conversation before I push them over. Goodbye. Oh, who saw that? Oh, fuck me. Oh, he has a gun on him. The bloom on this gun is ridiculous. Okay. Okay, what if I make two of them sick first?
Whoever thought they were
Where the fuck does he go then?
Delgado and his fixer,
So the
Andrea
first
Monti.
one goes all right. Get out my durian. Okay.
Was a son of a bitch, but he was our son of a bitch. Plus,
Okay.
Excuse
You go over there.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I feel horrible.
Oh my god. Fucking hell, man. There's too many eyes.
whoever thought they were doing the world a favor by bumping off Rico Delgado and his fixer,
By
Andrea
bumping
Monti.
up Rico Delgado and his fixer. Get this out.
Delgado was a son of a bitch, but he...
Okay, you
No
two.
way.
Get sick, please.
Let me through.
I know. There's definitely a rumble in the jungle. Hey, are you?
There's definitely the rumble in the jungle.
Smell okay?
You don't smell okay. Okay, he's almost at his puking point, so that's good.
Oh, come on. Get away.
Okay. Let's see, where does he go? Inside? Oh, I can probably...
Gross, man.
Okay. Surprise, motherfucker. See, I think I can just... Yeah.
Awful shame what
Okay.
Huh?
Now I can just walk out.
I dare say congratulations are in order.
I dare say congratulations are in order. Mm-hmm. You're totally right. That's too far. How are the FCs? I'm having fun with them so far. Not too difficult. I only did 3-2 on Sapienza on the author thing. But that was nice seeing that map again, although I did 2 in a row, so maybe not that cool, but yeah, they were good enough, fine enough. Not too hard. Fairly easy, maybe. This also was figuring out how to make them fall. I think you can probably make it so happen that the that you can push him over the edge where they're standing. I think that's what the intended purpose was, but yeah, I just couldn't do it without being spotted. Well, maybe the first one. The spy who shoved me here. Okay, I'll lead the board. Shh, blah, blah, blah. Victor when in 124, but it's a full minute faster. 147, okay. 2 minutes. Okay, fair enough. Exiting this level sucks. Yeah, the exit is so far away. Unless you can maybe get to the key and then use the car exit, but even then, it's no. I don't want to pray for the answer. Yeah, the exits are very far away. That's basically the problem. Featured. Okay, let's see. Where are we going next? Chongqing. Yep, it's purple. So I have a question. Yes, Agent 47. I get it's a very well balanced silenced gun, but may I ask, why is it purple? The guys from engineering said it's imperative to the design. Something about being less detectable in neon lights of Chongqing. Is it going to be a problem, Agent 47? Not at all. Okay. A pistol. The man with the purple gun. Okay. Do I have a purple gun then? Well, it's purplish. Oh, I do. The purple streak. Was playing Le Chiffre, and in the attic where the camera feeds are, they are still show normal level stuff like the auction. Oh? Okay. Well, somebody's playing back footage. Okay, so from the looks of it, they're down there. So let's... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second. Gotta be in the suit, so I gotta go down there in my suit. Let's see. What suit are we gonna take?
Excellent, 47.
The midnight black suit in casual. Okay. Midnight black in casual. So, pistol. Take some distractions. Key card maybe. Key fob. Do I need a key fob for that, or do we need? I don't know. Okay. So we need to go down. I can't go here. Okay. We'll get to the arcade and go down from there. Pistol elimination. Unless they're not down there and the screenshot is misleading again. Your favorite suit? Yeah, it looks good, right? Very sleek. And it helps you get around the mansion in Mendoza.
Short hair.
Okay, where is everybody? He's down there. Okay, and the other one is upstairs in the restaurant. Oh, okay, I know where he is. Okay, let's go down first. Shit. Oh, he's down there somewhere. Wait, what? One's in the restaurant over there. Oh, he's down there. Okay. Over here. You know, there used to be something where you could jump over this, but they removed that. Okay. All fired shots at NPCs must be headshots. Okay. Glad I noticed that. There's a coin here. Let's take that. Can never have enough shit to distract people, right?
Rain, nothing but rain.
You can say that again. I wouldn't mind promotion to inside duty.
Let's see. 255. 2.
Some supernatural brain shit.
And the gate for the fighter club, Sully, it's there. You can jump over.
I heard it's some kind of reach out to the homeless, helping them to a better life. Ha! This is pure fantasy.
Okay. Where is this dude? Wait, what? They're all above me. Oh, I'm on level -3 now. Where the hell is he? Resting capsules. Refitting. Oh, so this is a scanner. Oh, is this a scanner area? And he's all the way over there? And I need to be in my suit for that? Oh my god. Raiding by the arcade. I think it's there so you can get by his guards. Okay. Okay, so it's only for the fighter guy? I thought I did it in contracts too. Weird. Okay. I guess so. So this might not be the handiest part to go to. Because going up here from here is a bit of a pain in the ass. Oh wait, I can get up here. So now I'm one level up, and I still need to go up. Is it feasible from here? Maybe I should start anew. I think I made a mistake by coming here.
Overruled.
Okay. He's then there, right? Yeah. No. Where the hell is he? One's over there. What the hell? Oh, right. That's right. So...
Hello there.
Love to know about Royce's project. I'm sure it's something brilliant.
Could be.
Hey, thank you so much for the follow, ZBD.
Oh, yeah.
ZBBX7.
You gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here.
So it's here.
It's time to get swifty.
Okay, pistol. Well. Okay.
Natural? Not the word that comes to mind when I think of Royce. And I don't
The question is, how the hell do I get out? Hello. Happy Saturday, ZDB. Doing well. I am working my way through the new set of featured contracts and hoping to get out of here. But the thing is, how the hell do I get out of here?
About everyone working here. She has all the gossip even before it's been voiced. How does she do that?
I think she can see the essence of things, like gaze through options and visualize.
Okay, so get out here. Can I jump up there? No, I gotta go.
Sorry to wake you up, but I think I forgot to turn off the
Okay, I could go up there, or I could go out here.
Let me turn this on fire.
Through the kitchen then.
How am I supposed to focus when the kitchen feels like a train station?
Find your inner zen.
Find your inner zen. Okay. So, how the hell do I get... Get rid of you. Okay. So then it's either you or him.
Just let me know when you're ready. Oh, did you bring the P-41 we left for you in the apartment? No. I want people in my shoe. Oh, very sorry.
Could you check out what that was?
Sure.
Bring a P-41 to get the tour. It's procedure. Please dig it up before you come and find me. I'll be waiting by the stairs in the back of the restaurant kitchen.
Okay. Now. Well. So hopefully nobody goes back there. You can just run to the exit. Yeah, the research facility downstairs is a bit of a pain in the ass. I could go if I think I could go a lot faster if I go through the through the front. Oh. So if I go in through the kitchen area, that should be a lot faster. Okay. Let's try that. Replan, yes. I want to start in the central area. Why can't I start on the main? Balcony is not good. I do have to start over here. I thought you could start in the street, but that's probably only if you're doing the main missions. Interesting, you're still in the campaign on the struggle. You're dumb when it comes to this. Don't think you're dumb for this. Just it's the more you play and you grasp the intricacies of this game, the way that the NPCs work, the way that what the logics are in this game, you'll get to it. It's not that complicated in the end.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Get you out of the way. Oh no. 0, 1, 1. Wait. Also, like this code, it's always the same, and you'll find it in the.
Welcome. Please follow the grey line to security check. Thank you.
In the apartment, if you do the story missions, and you'll know the code eventually. So. Oh.
You don't have clearance to open this door.
You don't have clearance, Clarence. Okay. We'll just go through here then. So usually when I play these maps, I have an idea on how to get in. Sometimes when it's very complicated, I don't. But yeah.
I'm sure it's something brilliant.
Could be.
Oh. Okay. Now it's tempting to change, but I can't change because I need this specific outfit, or at least an outfit that is marked as suit to do this.
And I don't mean her implants and past excursions.
Okay.
Or body augmentation. I mean her weight.
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Now we can get out of here. Still don't like it that I have to go around. I thought I might be able to jump up, but they don't want you to. Or was the other one over there, right? So what if I do this?
Jeez.
We might have a possible disturbance. I'm moving.
That saves me going around through the. Oh, I need to be in the restaurant anyway, so this would not be good. Oh well.
Mr. Pritchard, I presume.
Mr. Pritchard, I presume. Hi. So.
Oh.
9 hours a day. Luggage lost somewhere.
Hey, why don't you go check that out?
Okay.
I'm hungry and I'm tired and I want to
Yeah, if I don't knock him out, he will turn around and see me doing stuff over here. Or find a body that's over there. Okay.
Hey, check that out.
Okay, I get it.
Please figure it out before you come and find me. I'll be waiting by the stairs in the back of the restaurant kitchen.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Now we get out of here. See, that's already a lot faster than the previous run, and I'm sure people can optimize this. And I suspect the speedrunners will use a boost to get out of the office where I killed the first dude and just boost to the roof or something and then walk down and get the other dude. Have you ever used the bad code like for 2016? Yeah. I know what it does. I know. He said some nice phrases. Like 69 says nice, I think, and 420 says ho ho ho. Something to that effect. .47 does also something, I think. 423, see, like 2 minutes off. So let's see the leaderboards. Like 147. 158, okay, not far off. Channel joined. 10th place. I'll take it. Lead does do. Yeah, there's a few. If I run into a keypad, I'll play with it. Let's see what's next. So I did in the 4. Let's see, Miami or Santa Fortuna. Let's go to Miami. Oh, diamonds burn forever. Diamonds are forever. Weren't you bold when I came in? Could be. I tend to notice little things like that, whether a guy's bold or not. Which do you prefer? Well, as long as the other targets do not notice. We'll talk about that later. Oh, by Mendy. Ooh, that can be a challenge. Fall accident, fire accident. So if this one is this one, then he's easy. That's just a gift. Do not change your disguise. And it gotta be in the suit. Okay. Got it. He's gotta be a fall accident. Okay. That can be a challenge. Unless he's the one on the overhead bridge. There's gotta be the suit. I think I'm starting in the marina. Let's pick a suit, shall we?
That's nice.
Classic, the undying look. Oh, nice. Classic, the undying look. Well, that's a nice suit too. Let's take some coins. Yeah. The greedy little coin. Could take a micro taser, a remote micro taser, proximity taser. Yeah, why not? Okay, let's go. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh, textures need loading in. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, it's him. Okay, I suspected as much. Yep. Alley-oop. Alley-oop. I think I can get by him without him seeing me. Yeah. Oop. Let's see. Yeah, it's him. Okay, good.
This race is not over until the clock ticks down.
Central Embry.
Okay.
We've got ourselves a loose cannon here, possibly armed.
Where is the other one on the other side? Oh, he's in the marina. Oh, I should have started in the marina. I should have stayed in the marina first. Oh, crap. Alright, let's go back to the marina. He's right over there. Oh, can I get away? There's no shot from there to there, right? Hey, boys. Where are you? Oh, you're over here.
So, I'm gonna run over and play around with the pyrotechnics for the boys.
I'm gonna run around and play with the pyrotechnics.
No, you can't fool around with that. We didn't get the replacement pressure valve, so I literally got them together just now. Everyone on stage from Grand Prix in that it's all about which team. If he asks, just tell him I got it.
Damn.
This is where you see the car
Wow.
technology of tomorrow.
Fuck, I see the lady coming.
That's the way to do it. I like it.
Crap. Can I interest you in waiting for a while? Oh my god, whenever I need to do something, the place turns into Grand Central Station with all these people coming around.
Hey! Slow down, pal.
Huh?
Please don't. Oh!
Who saw that? Oh, fuck me. Okay. Restart. Okay, let's see where he is before we go over to the overlapping high. Can I shoot that from... I'm still wondering if I can. Where is the dude? Oh, he's over here.
But they're not gonna get away. With murder.
With murder.
Wow.
See, if I paid attention...
Yeah.
Okay, so this counts as a fall too. Okay. Now we can get up there to that dude. Hopefully I can get up there before he starts walking.
I couldn't see anything out of the ordinary.
Fine. Green guns. Now can I... Fuck. You can't. Well, maybe with a sniper rifle, but... come on.
Let me just repeat some ground
But those who are new to endurance racing.
as possible within the time frame. When the time's up, we have our winner.
What I did there, I threw a micro taser over there. Proximity micro taser, so that the it exploded because the dude was near.
Just feel the tension in the air. Now this is a good.
If you're wondering what that was. So I didn't have to shoot the oil, which means because I already shot it within a short time, 2 shots near the security officer would panic and start shooting at everything. Well, mainly me, but we can't have that. I feel I'm a bit overdressed for this event. Until the clock ticks down. Let's see, can I make this faster? Well, I can get the dude faster by knocking him out directly, pushing him into the sink in the sea. Go up there. I still wonder if I can't, like, but then I still have to get to the exit, which from this from the marina side is just a pain in the ass to get to, unless I get the boat. I just don't know if I can. I just want to check something out. I wonder if it's feasible to shoot the with a sniper or something to shoot the oil. Okay, let's take the thing over here. So from here. Where are we? Okay, over here. From here. Well, you can probably shoot this. The freaking trees are in the way. And shooting the ground from here is also a pain in the ass. It's not feasible. Not without knowing the exact pixel I need to shoot. But yeah, even though no. Well, I did hit it from here. I wonder if that is if I can do it. That would be cool if we can do that, right? Let's experiment. Whoop. Okay. I'm not here to score points at this moment. I just want to see if I can do it. So from here, somewhere around here. Success. Okay, let's try that. Interesting.
I heard that.
Yeah. Me too. Weird, right? Oh, you can't push him in. But you can't dump him here. Okay, interesting. Okay. So let's get this dude out of the way. That's all Hitman is, man. Experiment. you know something doesn't work, try it and maybe it will. This is one of those moments. Hopefully I'm upstairs before he starts. No. Okay. Got him. Okay, so we could do the exit over here if they'll allow me. I'll have to blow open the back end. Oh, that doesn't work because there's a wooden plate in front of it.
That was not fireworks. That was a freaking bomb.
There we go. So what I did there was I shot the fire extinguisher through the window, and that makes the fire extinguisher blow up, and then that opens the door so I can go in and get the keys to the boat to exit. So yeah, that was a lot quicker. I'm level 2. My friends lead. Oh, who's friends? Phoenix in 128. Nice. Panda in 245. Nice, 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 nice. Well done. Global. Okay, who's the speedrunners in 1 minute? Okay. I wonder how. But okay. Very nice. There's a crowbar in the bridge. Right, there is. That saves a few seconds by going out. But what you could do is, since I don't need this, I can just take a tool, take a lockpick, and then I can just go in and get the keys. And then... But you gotta go up there, you gotta shoot the dude. Yeah. Can we see if we can shave off a few more seconds? But I don't see how you do this in freaking 1 minute, man. There's no way.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a minute. Who are you? Okay. Don't know if it's faster to just run around or climb over this, because I'm just trying to get the shortest route. Get a knocker outer for the dude upstairs. I don't need it. Get the angle on the dangle over here. Got him. 1 minute, he was already out. If I have a method to get down here quicker. What is that? I don't know how that works. I see people do that all the time, but... yeah. Maybe it's crouching, pointing, and then... oh, I have no idea. Let's see. Can I go in here? No. That will trigger him. Don't come around the corner, dude. There we go. Shaved off a bit of time. 153, so I'm sub 2 now. Okay. Sub 12. I'll take it. Like I always say, I'm not a speedrunner. Sometimes I see faster routes than what I'm doing, so I can do that. But yeah, I'm not the type of guy that boosts and glitches and works his way through contexts like that. Featured. Okay, what is next? Santa Fortuna. Die and Let Live. There's a terrible play on words in the movie title. Don't you have anything better? No. This is making my head spin. Alright, we'll go with that. But for the next one, we'll need something a lot catchier. Do you hear me? Got it, sir? Yep, it's purple. Hey, Schnitzel. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. A full and an explosive device. Okay. In the suit. Okay. So it's either here or here or here. Or here. Okay.
Hello there.
Hey, Purple. Welcome. I've been going through your contracts. And this is your contract. Yep, it's Purple. So I have no idea where these guys are, so let's take a look-see and then plan accordingly.
Hello there.
Hey, Chung F, welcome. Happy Saturday. I need to move this game to my SSD. I thought it was on an SSD, but it's on a spinning hard disk. Okay, where are these jokers? Oh, in the submarine cave. Oh, are you kidding me, man? And in the plantation. That's gonna take some doing. Okay. So in the submarines, and now here's the caves. And he's in the plantation, so go down from there. So I can go from here to down to there, or from there up to there. Okay. Replan. You know, I wish you could get a map in this screen to help you plan ahead. But yeah, I guess that's a little bit too much to ask. So what I'm gonna take is a Scrambler. A full and explosive device. Okay, so I need the boom boom. And I need to get yeah. Okay, gonna try and get in through the front end. I can go. Oh wait, I can go here. I don't have to bother with these clowns. I always forget about this little thing over here. I can just go over here. I said I can just go over here. And then go down. So I don't have to figure out how to get past these two morons. Okay. Get rid of you.
Please, no.
Oh, okay. Okay. He's over there. And what was his problem? Fall, right? He's the fall guy. But where the hell am I gonna make you fall? So he's the puzzle, I guess. Does he move from there? Because if I can get him all the way over there, that would be nice. Because otherwise, over here, there's nothing I can push him over. I think there's like a... no, there's not. Yeah, there's also another hole here. There's nothing that says I can't change outfits, right? Make a little setup. This one is a bit of a puzzle, so a couple of people play today. Yeah. Okay, so let's go scope out the situation here. He could fall over here, but how in the world am I gonna get him over here? Oh, he doesn't like me. His outfit. If I can get him over here. What is this? A coin? If I'm luring him all the way over here, I gotta get rid of him. Gotta get rid of him. I could put them in the boxes over here.
You gotta be. Oh, God damn it. Somebody drag me out onto the street and shoot me.
Okay. Put you in here. Okay. Oh, he doesn't like me. And then I have to get rid of him. Too. And he's just standing there unless I maybe do something with this.
So you finally installed the limiter on the engine. About time if you ask me.
If it's me, I mean the capes. Yeah. The step's ready for
Is he gonna go anywhere now that I've done that?
What happened to the chief engineer? But it's installed now. The only way to crank the engine up back high again.
I'm afraid if I make him sick, he will go just go in here. And then just puke in the toilet over here. Oh, yeah. Let's get rid of you for now. Don't want anybody coming in here, and then yeah, he's just standing there menacingly.
Is my baby ready to get her feet wet or what?
Oh, it's Delgado.
There she is. What a beautiful thing to behold. I don't think that I have ever in my life seen anything as gorgeous as this. This is a real game changer.
What happens if I do this? Oh, he leaves. Okay. Okay, interesting. Where are you going, sir? Over here. Okay, that doesn't help. Is there like a hole in the wall, like in the other cave, where I can push you down, throw you down? No. There's plenty of things to blow you up, unless... No, I don't need to drag you all the way over here, do I? No, because they would see...
Hola, recluto.
What is this? Do I need to use this?
Yeah, hey.
Hi, 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 hi. If the submarine knocks him in the water, does it count as a fall accident? But how will it knock him into the water? If I mess with that? Is there a screwdriver nearby? Oh right, there's one right over here. Let's experiment.
Can I help you? You're kind of freaking me out.
You're kind of freaking me out. Now he's just standing here. Turn around, dude. Oh no, there's two of them. This day is getting worse and worse. Okay. Fuck off then. Come on, dude. Now he's coming up here. Can you like shoot that instead of okay. Let's rev it up. Let's see what happens. Well, there goes that.
I can't believe it.
But he doesn't care. So I'm using this, yes, okay. Keep in mind, yeah. I was just playing around, seeing what I can do. Let's see where he goes. For now, I'm just exploring the possibilities, trying out what works, what doesn't work. How do I need to push him around so that he is in a position where I can push him without being seen? Right now I want to see where he goes if I make him sick. I hate to resort to Seeker, but yeah, if I need to do that, then I need to do that. Very much puzzle skill, yeah. Well, this is a puzzle game, after all. Oh, wait, this way. Oh, wait. See, if there was something like this here, I could just push him in. I consider Hitman to be a puzzle game. A stealth puzzle game, perhaps, but yeah, it's a puzzle game nonetheless. Okay. I know, red gums, blah blah blah. Like I said, I'm exploring here. Okay, let's get you out of the way. He turned around just a tad too soon. Okay, get that. I don't want anybody to go and do stuff. Okay, let's see. Where do you go? He's probably going into the toilet right here. So what if I make sure somebody else is already in there? I could make the first... No, I can't. Make one of the other guys sick. Yeah, see, he goes in there. And that is not gonna make a fall. What are they playing?
At some point, it wouldn't even be worth the hiding anymore. You might as well just transport it in the middle of a damn parade.
A cooking program, okay. Yeah, and there's no way to make him fall in here. Okay. No, restart. Let's see where he goes if I make another person sick first. And then... then see if he goes to one of the edges where I can push him over. They're watching Chef Marcelo's YouTube. You don't mind a little red. Yeah. Are you talking about redheads? Like redheads. Okay. Okay, timing, great.
No, I have a fair fight.
Okay. Grab this, and this. Put you in the box. Okay. So, you're gonna be sick. Okay. Let's see, where do you decide to go? Where the hell is he going? Interesting. He doesn't like me, so let's hide over here. Oh! Okay. I know, my suit. But, okay, where's the other one? Because I need a way to get there from here. I think I can just go here. You found that solution rather quick, thank you. Okay,
Holy shit!
Holy shit. Now you. Explosive device. Oh, I think I can get you here. Oh no, that takes him in here. Okay. Let's see if I knock him out. Oh, I'm being caught by camera? How? I thought I took out the cameras. Oh no, that was in Doesn't really matter. Okay, you get over here. Okay, let's trigger the next one. Now he comes out, okay. That's a bit of a shame that he is the one that's gonna be... Okay. Oh, he's coming all the way from over there. I want to see if I can get him out of here. Okay, you go over here. Gotta be right, because he's the only one left. Yeah, okay. And then I can just do this. Why can't I put this thing right here?
Where the hell is the cat?
And then we'll exit at the chopper. Okay. Okay, okay. Then that's it, I think. Let's go do it for real. Or try to do it for reals. Okay. Indiana Jones. Just a question of getting through the thing undetected. I think that's the hardest part, getting through the caves undetected. So this part is easy because there's nobody here. Okay, he's starting to move, that's good. Okay. Okay. Put your ass in here. Okay. Coming here, right? Yeah. Okay. So I gotta somehow move from here to there. There's probably a gap somewhere where I can pass. That is a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not happening on this side.
Did you know Franco sampled his own goods?
Sí, claro. He's got this crazy sense of taste, so he samples everything.
Hey, what are you doing here? No, you are
Fuck.
way out of bounds, sir. Ah, you bitch.
See, the other puzzle is getting around to him, and that's not going through here. Crap. Getting around is the problem. Village. Fishing village. Real Peter, yeah, hey Phoenix. Is this the toilet where next to the first guy I knock out? I think so, right? And now it logs me out again. There's something with these dark matter cut and I included that too. Yeah, I can imagine. What the fuck, man? If I choose that smuggling location, I am oh, my history. Okay, let's pick another random one. See, that works. But if I take this, I can't. Do you guys have the same problem? I had it on one of the other things too. That was the first. That's the last featured contracts in Sapienza. If I chose the church drop, it locks. It just throws me offline. It's a known bug. Well, that messes my game up. Fuck. Featured. Okay. So I gotta... Why is the most convenient drop spot fucked up? Okay, then I'll... Oh my god. Why? I've never had this. Is this a new bug since the new featured contract set? Since this update or something? You're currently offline. Yeah. Go online. Featured. The update ruined quite a few drop spots. Oh my god, they need to fix that fast. So this is out, this is handy. This is out, this is also close. All the way in the village, the construction building. Why would I need to go all the way over there? Fuck me. Not going anywhere near the jungle. Not going in the wine cellar. By the time I get here, this is already too late. Would this even work? That works. Do I want to go all the way over there? I'm not quite sure where that is. Is that in front of the ladies' mansion? That the construction site? Gotta be, right? So it's oh, it's over here. Okay, that isn't too bad. I can do this. Okay. Yeah, I already took my stuff out of the briefcase, so that's not a real big problem. The problem now is that I'm probably too late to get to the guy inspecting the CCTV. Because he's already there, yeah, see? Fuck. Okay. And picking up the briefcase from there is also a pain in the ass because you gotta have the exact right correct angle for the dangle to get that thing. Crawl down, get it out. Okay. Drop this over here. I don't need it anymore. So I should be on time now to get there. Oh man. I already know Mongo's gonna freak out if he's gonna play this one. How? How? And then the this is why it doesn't work song comes on. Did he test play this one? Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, he test played them all, I guess, then. Don't turn around just yet. Thank you. Okay. Most of them, but only the ones I've made. Oh, I see. Get rid of this. Oh shit, that's the calmer. He doesn't even give a fuck, see? His friend collapsed in front of him and he's just here. Oh, he's sleeping. Hello. Crap. I didn't mean to use the trank on him. I meant to use the yeah, sleepy time. Wrong one. You idiot. I'll go over here. Okay. Seeker. Make sure that it's selected. It's a bit of a problem that they are use the same pictogram, or at least they're so similar. It's I don't see the difference. I think they're the same. Okay, let's see if we can do this. What I want to do with the trank is trank somebody so that the attention goes to that guy, and then I can sneak past. That's what I want to do. Okay, get this dude out of here. Get you sick. Oh, come on. Come on, dude. Why are you treating me like this? Oh. I did it like 50 times. Pick it up, please. It's like the propane tank in New York. In the back rooms next to the where the lost and found is. Yeah, you have to kneel down and be very precise with your angles to pick that freaking thing up. Same thing in the back of the arcade if you want to stash something there. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass to get on the desk to get that thing. So annoying. Oh, let's get the seeker out. Okay. Alrighty then. Go. Okay. Can never have enough stuff. Okay, he's going there. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Crap.
I don't think you're supposed to be here.
Okay, so he is the problem.
Hermano, time to go to work.
Crap. So he's the problem. So I if I make him go to sleep, if I'm fast enough, I can sneak past. But the question then is, will the dude freak out when he sees the sleeping body? And then not go puke. That's the question. Okay. Or can I go round? I think I might be able to go round and get the other guard that's standing against the wall. That may be a better route. Because I can get to him rather easy. See, when I'm playing this, there's always like 10 different routes playing through my head.
Ay, mama. I feel like something's rotting inside of me.
Got him. Okay. Get the tranquilizer out. I have a suspicion if I knock him out. Can I?
Is that? Paramedics are on their way.
Let's hide in here for a second. Hopefully he doesn't freak out. He doesn't. Goes over there, okay.
I need you to stand up. No.
Crime noticed? Who noticed that?
Hey, what's the situation? I'm freaked out.
How the hell does he see that through the... What the fuck?
Hey, am I talking to myself here?
This dude saw it from here. He saw me do it from there. What the fuck? Okay, let's try that again, shall we? I swear to God. Yeah, see, there's no difference in silhouettes between these two guns. That makes it annoying. Maybe if they put a like ZZZ next to the gun, that I know it's a trank gun. That would be helpful. That would distinguish it from the Seeker. He's sputtering real nice. Okay. Calmer. So the question is, who of these jokers am I gonna calm down? If I calm him...
What the hell? Hey, what's going on? You look loco.
Okay, it's just one guy down. Now I'm waiting for the other dude to come up here and puke over there. So by the time he's waking up, he might have calmed down. Maybe I may need to make him go to sleep again. That would be nice. Yeah, sleeping versus puking. Yeah. That's right, Chung. Okay. Okay, so he is...
Yeah, see. I haven't found shit yet. I'll let you know. Nothing here.
Okay. No, this is not the way I want to go. Let's see, which way went to the cocoa plantation? Oh, left. Right. I need to go here. Here. And then through that thing over there. Okay, brick. Okay. Did take care of the cameras, right? Right, because the last time when I wondered where the camera here was catching me. Okay, so that's gonna be a party for knocking 3 people out. Can you move on, please?
I can fix anything. I can fix anything.
Let's drag your ass over here. You have to get them all out, all 3 of them, and then... Oh crap, he's coming over here. Okay. Okay. Get you out of the way. Got him. Okay.
Oh? No? Anyone there? Who's throwing stuff around here?
There we go. Done. Yes. Man, purple, that was annoying to get through the caves. I always hate to go through the caves on this map or something, but yeah. We got it done. Number 7 in the world. Okay. Let's see. How did I do on my friends list? Phoenix. 17 minutes. Ooh, you took your time, but you got it done. Well done. 206. What? Okay. Well, I'll take it. I'll take my time. No, do not replan mission. Next. GG, thank you. Okay, next one. I think I have time left. Yeah, I do have a bit of time left. Why is, oh, 252, okay. Game modes, contracts. Let's see, featured. Let's go to Santa Fortuna. That's just been there. Haven, I don't feel like Hokkaido right now. New York. Coldfinger, okay. Who did this? Phoenix. Ah, okay. Why should I send messages if you are going to die soon? Okay. As the bank robber. Okay. Any method as a security guard? Any method. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see where these guys are before I do anything. Okay, where are you? There, there, and there. Okay. Do I be in, gotta be in a suit? No, as the bank robber. Okay. Who's the bank robber dude downstairs? No, he's gotta be the bank robber. He doesn't... okay, and you are... Who the hell are you? Ungodly. Yeah, this doesn't work anymore, right?
I just need to do a quick... Sir, I'm sorry. This is a restricted area.
Yeah.
You're moving towards an area with limited access, sir. Please stop.
It's a shame they don't... that they fixed that. Okay, who are you? Oh, it's Keys guy. Okay, okay. So it's these two, and I gotta be the bank robber for that.
Sure thing, Mr. Perez. I left around 10.
I could get up.
No, nothing like that. I was working on
Oh, but I don't have the key card. Bugger. Okay. Yeah, I'm cheating. Sue me. Oh. I'm just trying things out here. Then I get here. But I could start in the bank robber suit here. Get up here, kill the dude. He doesn't matter anyway. Oh, maybe I can... Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're starting as the bank robber. Do I need anything else? No. Okay. Oh, fuck me. Not that I probably need to do that, but okay.
I never thought I'd see that happen.
Keep your voice down, man.
They don't have... Oh, right. Okay. Take a disposable scrambler. I can take one of the dude's outfits. Because that's the only one I need to be as a bank robber disguise. Yeah. Oh, I need to be a security guard for the other one too. Okay. So yeah, that's my plan, basically. So Tanner is the one that's sleeping, right? You played this? Yeah, I think I did play this. But exactly in this configuration, I can't even remember.
Exciting. Break in? I never thought I'd see that.
Okay. Oh, and I shut the wall and he came in. That was the problem, right? Now I remember. Okay.
I'm really sorry, but we've had to section off this area for now. The head of security...
Okay.
Well, at least it's not as bad as that time in Queens.
Oh, sick sound. Again, I'm really sorry, but the bread keeps coming down here. I'm not taking any chances.
Hey, you! Trespasser!
Why are you here? Because you saw me outside the window? Crap. I don't even need to bother with this thing. Let's go here. Okay. Probably have to deal with this thing over here. If I shoot him first, he already stands, so I can do it faster. Okay.
Clear here. I'm really sorry, but we've had to section off this area for now. The head of security suspects there may be...
Well, at least it's not as bad as that
before
time.
closing time. Again, I'm really sorry, but the bread keeps coming down here. I'm not taking any chances. Whoa. Talk to Perez if you've got a port, but expect a big...
I couldn't see anything out of the ordinary. We might have a situation.
Fuck off,
Sleeping area
dude.
Over.
I hate that I'm spotted here, that he spots me. Nice run off. You like it? Thank you. Yeah, I don't like the fact that he spots me, so that adds unnecessary time. Oh, wait. Wait a second. can do this differently. I don't need to go up. I need a heavy explosive. Geez, which one worked? There's one explosive that worked. Any impact through the floor? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So maybe the impact explosive here. Oh, let's try that. So I don't have to go up and then knock him out, and then this is gonna cause mayhem if I do this.
I'm here now. It's all clear. Over.
We have a secure trespasser.
I thought I could get away with it. Bugger. Okay, so any method. So what if I'm just gonna knock him out? Or maybe, I don't know if I need a, it would be maybe handy. Is this gonna crash on me again? No. Okay. Play. Okay. I need to run this beaten house and also get a video of your run. Yeah. Okay, so get that, okay. Get this, oh, maybe the camera out of the way.
Area clear. Proceeding to next sector. I'm really sorry, but we've had to section off this area for now. The head of security suspects there may be... No way.
What that was? Let's go.
Yep, got it. Hey, excuse me. I think you forgot something.
He's not
I
here now,
don't need
and
your
the camera looks broken.
Oh, crap.
Who's gonna know?
Sorry, not on
Crap. Okay. Bear with me. Bear with me. Oh.
Copy, command. Still looking. No sign of... Sorry, but we've had to section off this area for now. The head of security suspects there may be...
Go see what that was.
I'm on it. Excuse me, sir. I think you dropped that.
Not as bad as that time of Perez if it's that important, but expect a big no.
Great, thanks for...
Oh, they're not both dead? Crap. Fuck me. Crap, crappity crap, crap. take care of them. Oh, now he sees me. God damn it, man. Okay. Okay, let's go here. No. Oop. I said poop. Nope. Maybe I can do it on my way back. Then I don't have to deal with the... Yeah, that's better. Okay.
Do not turn on the AC. What the hell is this? Give it up! Go!
God damn it. Hi. Why does it have to be so difficult?
Do not turn on...
We're clear.
Fuck. That doesn't work either. Let's see. I need this to get back in. Unless I go through. Okay, let's do it differently this time. Let's get the what is it? Poisons. I need a sleepy vial. Lethal sedatives. There we go. Let's go.
I'm really sorry, but we've had to section off this area for now. The head of security suspects there may have been some cameras. Well, not as bad as that time.
Oh crap. Wrong outfit. Okay. Come on. Ah, I couldn't make it to the other side in time. I thought I could get out just before I would collapse, but apparently not. Ah, that's a bit of a bummer. Still think I'm slow though, but yeah. Come on. It's only difficult if you try to go fast, yeah, for sure. How the hell did that miss?
I'm really sorry, but we've had to section off this area for now. The head of security suspects there.
What the?
No!
Fuck me. Why? Why? Really don't need the hammer, basically. Yeah, I was just a tad too late. Okay.
I'm really sorry, but we've had to section off this area for now. The head of security suspects there.
Not as bad as that time in Queens. 6,000 semi-incinerated files have to tape together. Don't remind me.
He's not here now, and the camera looks broken.
Shit.
Sorry, I'm not on my watch.
Someone, please. I need help. Hey!
What the fuck? Why didn't they die? See, then why doesn't it work anymore? Nitroglycerin kill both of them. Yeah, but I killed him with the impact explosion before, so okay, nitro here. Okay. Yoink. Sedative, okay.
Nothing at my position.
I'm really sorry, but we've had to section off this area for now. The head of security suspects there.
Not as bad as that time in Queens. 6,000 semi-incinerated files have to tape together. Don't remind me.
But he's not here now, and the camera looks broken. Who's gonna know?
Sorry, not on my watch.
Who's gonna know? Who's gonna know? There we go. Can you send the link? Yeah, sure. For your run? 108. Okay. Global. Let's see. Phoenix in 53 seconds, 45 seconds, 46 seconds. Nice. Okay. Oh, I got the link. Don't worry. Don't worry. I've got you. I've got you. Okay, let's see. New. And then let's see what you did. Okay. Oh yes. And then let's see. Where's the window capture? And then Goldfinger. Here we go. That's good. Okay. Make it visible. There we go. Let's see. You flash them. Okay. What? Why are you going upstairs? What the hell is this?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Glitches. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, you said it, but yeah, like I said earlier, I really mostly don't do glitches, but yeah, very good. Wild speed tech for this one, yeah, very nice, very nicely done. Oops, I killed my game instead of my instead of the browser. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. That's all I have time for today anyway. So let's see. Is there anybody playing? Nobody in my list is playing Hitman. So I will just call it a day. That's all only big channels that are live right now. Karma is doing art. Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, I will leave it at this for now. So thank you guys for being here in this rather interesting set of contracts. I will be back on Friday. I don't know if I'll do Hitman or 007 or maybe a combination of the two. I don't know, but we'll see. But for now, thank you guys. Have a great weekend, and I will catch you guys later. Bye now.